So I think if I could teach one thing, it would be how to be still, how to be comfortable with being still, how to sit with difficult emotions, how to sit with want, how to sit with disappointment, how to sit with anger, how to sit with boredom, but how to just be still. Because this is my thing, and this is actually, if I brought you a copy of my book, but I feel like kids are like hummingbirds. We are like, as humans, we're like hummingbirds, right? So hummingbirds have this crazy metabolism because their wings go in a figure eight, right? And that makes them, they can go forward, they can go backward, they can hover, and they have to eat constantly. They have to constantly feed in order to sustain their own metabolism. And it's just impossible. It's impossible to keep moving at that speed. So what they do is they go every night, they find themselves a tree, and they put themselves into this state called torpor. It's almost like they're hibernating, but they're so still that even scientists who study them can't sometimes tell if they're alive or dead. But if they didn't do that, they would not survive, because they're moving so fast that if they didn't take time to be still, they couldn't keep going. And I think it's the same way with us as humans. We're like hummingbirds, we're constantly time traveling, we're worrying about the future, we're thinking about the past. We're never still. Our minds are moving, even if our bodies are physically still. And I look at people, kids, they're constantly in motion. And so actually the one practice that I start teaching kids at a young age, even in preschool, it's called birdie breathing, and it's about kind of that whole concept. They're basically sitting down, there's a whole song, but they're sitting and they pretend like they're holding a bird and they're breathing the bird to sleep. So they breathe in and they breathe out and they go shh. And it gives them purpose, it gives them a story, because sitting and breathing is a little out there. It's really difficult. It's very different. It's the opposite of what we're doing in our day-to-day lives. It's just sitting and breathing. And you see even a lot of adults, we have this thing in our culture called urgency fatigue, right? Or hurry sickness. There's actually terms for this, that we're racing, and then we get home and we don't know what to do with ourselves. Or we get on vacation, people get on vacation and they don't know what to do with themselves. And it's like that with kids too, when they have to sit and wait, they're going crazy. So I think that the art of stillness, stillness can heal, right? Finding stillness can help us cope with things. And there are lots of lessons to teach this. So I think that would be the lesson I would teach, is how to be still, how to sit with all of these things, because the things that get us in trouble in life and that hurt ourselves and hurt others are the things we do to escape discomfort, right? We're running from this or we're running from that. And those are the things that get us in trouble. And so if we can learn to sit with it, right, and wait, because everything changes, that's just the nature of the universe. Everything's impermanent, everything's always changing. And I think of it like a snow globe, right? There's a snow globe and there's something inside. There's something anchored to the bottom of the snow globe. You shake it up and everything's swirling, right? So if you think of yourself, you're the thing that's anchored to the bottom of the snow globe. Life comes and shakes up the snow globe. The snow and everything, the glitter, all that swirling around, those are your emotions and your thoughts and your worries. And if you want all that to settle, because it's stressful and it's swirling and it's uncertain and it's unpredictable and it's uncomfortable, if you keep you can't tap it down, you can't move it, you just have to set it down and be still. That's the only way that all of that pain will settle, is if we're just still. And it will always still, if we can be still. So I think with kids, that's the lesson I would teach them, is how to be still.